let's get back to the show real quick right now. Let's bringing Max Winitz with Blood Assurance. He's going to join us right now, talk about Blood Assurance, the work they're doing. Hey, Max, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Joe. Good morning from hard-hit Bowling Green. I know you just had a guest on describing the damage. Right now, I am here on Whispering Hills Boulevard, which is just off of Russellville Road. And I know it's cliche, but it just looks like a bomb went off. And I know I'm here to talk about Blood Assurance, but if you give me a minute, I would like to pan the camera so all of your viewers can see just how catastrophic this has been. And hopefully you can hear me. This gentleman behind me just showed up to clear some of the debris of this home that is still standing. Most of it is gone. This house behind me pretty much gone as well. And this entire neighborhood, Joe, has just been completely decimated. No more trees, just a couple still standing. Thanks for taking me off the double box. And it's horrible. I was listening earlier, hearing you guys talking about the tornado in East Nashville back in March of 2020. That doesn't compare to this. It is catastrophic, to say the least. And I'm here to talk a little bit about what Blood Assurance is here to do, and how your viewers can certainly help the folks who are struggling here in Bowling Green, Warren County, Kentucky.
Well, I know, Max, you have a news background. I mean, you were a reporter and you've covered events before like this, but you know, when you still see it again and the destruction, it just takes your breath away, and not in a good way.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you know this or not, but prior to the job with Blood Assurance, I was an anchor here in Bowling Green at WNKY, the NBC CBS duopoly. So this really hits home for me, because this is a place that I called home for close to 3 years. It's horrible to see so many residences impacted, so many businesses as well. I know of 3 restaurants that I ate at throughout the week when I was an anchor here that are now completely gone. It's horrible. But if there's one thing I can say about this community, it may be the third largest city in Kentucky, but it has that hometown feel. It is such a tight-knit community, and folks are going to come together. They're going to rebuild and make this community even stronger than what it was.
I just see, Max, the devastation, everything, just awful. And I know I got the email almost immediately after everything kind of happened that Blood Assurance was going to be boots on the ground helping people out. What can people do today in Bowling Green to help out their friends and neighbors?
Sure. So let me go back to yesterday real quick. As you mentioned, we organized a blood drive within a couple of hours on Saturday afternoon after we heard and saw about the destruction here in Warren County. We supply 100% of blood and blood supplies to TriStar Greenview Regional Medical Center here in Bowling Green, where right now there are a lot of patients being treated for storm-related traumatic injuries. So yesterday we had a blood drive at the hospital. It was packed. We started at 9 in the morning, and there were already people lined up. I would compare it to folks trying to get into Best Buy on a Black Friday, or trying to get concert tickets. It was such a heartwarming thing to see. And because it was so overwhelming, the turnout, we decided to add 2 more blood drives today here in Bowling Green. One is taking place again at TriStar Greenview Regional Medical Center from 9 to 5. And then we have another one going on in a much larger setting indoors at the gymnasium at First Baptist Church, which is a very well-known church here in the community. For your viewers and listeners in Nashville, we also added an additional drive at TriStar Skyline Medical Center, where there are there as well a number of patients from not only Tennessee, but Kentucky being treated for their injuries sustained in this horrible weather event.
How do people, do they get an appointment or just show up?
At this point, because it's so close to the appointment or the start of the blood drives, we can't schedule any more appointments. So now it's just a matter of walking in, and hopefully we'll be able to accommodate everybody. And we certainly appreciate everybody's willingness to save lives. Yesterday, people were out in 30-degree temperatures, waiting in line, braving the very, very chilly weather to donate blood. And it was really a sight to see.
Again, Max, to toot you guys' horn. I mean, it was almost the email came out after all this happened to what you guys were doing, plan and action. And I'm not going to say, I mean, do you plan for this? I mean, would you have a disaster plan when things happen to hit the ground running immediately?
Yeah, certainly. In fact, I wasn't with the company when it happened, but you mentioned the March tornado in East Nashville. Well, then it went over to Cookeville and caused the loss of lives there. And we have a donor center in Cookeville. And folks also showed up in huge numbers after that tornado to donate at our Cookeville donor center. So yes, there's a plan in place. It can be stressful because usually we plan for blood drives months in advance. But this really took a huge team effort, and it was quite successful yesterday, and I expect it to be even more successful today. And we're hoping for more blood drives here in Bowling Green, Warren County throughout the rest of the week.
I just hate it, Max, as we've talked before. There's all that critical needs been there for months now, and now an event like this happens, it's even more dire. But again, you've seen how people come together and help out. I hope again that we have this where people show up. You said it was packed yesterday. Let's keep it going as much as we can to help people out. That's the beauty of our community, Max.
Yeah, it certainly is, Joe. You hit the nail on the head. And I do want to add that in addition to, and this applies to your viewers in Tennessee. I want to add that in addition to donating blood, you have the opportunity. If you own a business, if you are a member of a congregation somewhere, you have the ability to host a blood assurance blood drive at no cost. It is free. All you have to do is go onto our website. That's bloodassurance.org. There is a tab. I think it's either Get Involved or Learn How to Donate. And you can get all the information right there about how you can set up your own blood drive. And we really need those blood drives, not just because of this tragedy here, but also, as you mentioned, the supply has been terrible because of COVID. So we need all the collections, all the donors we can get.
Well, the website again, bloodassurance.org. Everything you need is right there and perfect and good to go. Max, we'll keep spreading the good word with you guys. If you need anything, you got my number. Let me know. We'll bring you on anytime to help promote your cause. I appreciate you. I know you're busy. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Joe. Have a great day.
All right, Max Winitz with Blood Assurance. Again, bloodassurance.org. And you just talked what he heard about right there with people just showing up in droves to help out and donate blood. I've seen it so many times. We've all seen it so many times. We talked about this earlier about everybody coming together and helping out. So if you can help out, there's one at TriStar Skyline Medical Center over there, a blood drive that's going. If you can't make it to Bowling Green or get up there, again, just go to the website, bloodassurance.org for more information. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to Jason Goolsby, because remember, we had a tornado come the March 20 and went through Nashville, went through Mount Juliet, went through Lebanon, on the way to Cookeville. And there are places that are still rebuilding from that tornado a year and a half ago. And what's going to happen to Bowling Green, and of course, the rebuilding there will take forever. But again, we all come together and help each other out. So Jason Goolsby with the Inside Scoop joins us next right here on Mornings on Main Street.